Okay, here we go. We're going live. We are live. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Good
Happy
morning.
Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Edie Cook, Jamie, Marianne, Leslie. How you doing? Welcome to our Monday morning. Tina, Shorty Pie, Toddie One Skip. How you doing, Toddie? I'm all right. Thanks for asking.
Ah,
Um, Bouncing Tigger Jelly, Stacia, Kelly. Let's see, is that Debbie? Let's see. Bouncing Tigger, I said. Milk Honey, I said. All right, all right. I think Edie
is
Cook.
that everybody?
Yeah, Edie's here. As long as Edie's here, everybody's good.
So
Uh,
wait, quick question. What's everybody drinking today?
so I have my Myers blueberry lemonade, with or Meyer lemon blueberry still water from
Are
Waterloo,
you
and
like
my
are
and
you
my
a voice for that company, Toddie? Are you
I wish they
endorsing
would
the company?
fucking sponsor me because I must drink 5 cans of that water a day at least. And then I
Yeah.
got my coffee, my Keurig's, what is it? Raspberry chocolate lava coffee thing.
Wow, you guys are all extravagant people. I just drink some coffee with half and half. That's it.
I used to drink that. I have half and half just in case I don't want this stuff in my coffee. I have regular coffee. Sometimes I don't even use the creamer. I use the half and half. So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
you. I feel you. What's everybody else have? Kroger's Colombian coffee. Kroger's. Hey Toddy, coffee Vex. Coffee Vex. I don't know what coffee Vex is. Coffee with caramel. Love that. Let's see,
Yeah.
pumpkin and muffin. Oh, I don't do pumpkin. I pumpkin seed. Estiana, how you doing, Estiana? I'm drinking iced water. I'm drinking iced water that has a lemon blue. What is it? A blueberry lemon taste, something like that I drink. Black coffee, Tina Almond. She's it. Black coffee, straight black coffee by Shorty Pie too. These women they're going hard here.
Yeah.
Coffee, yeah. Hey, I gotta have a little bit of something. You know what I had? I had the same thing last week. It's funny, I had it this week too. I had a sweet potato.
Oh, yeah, you're doing that again, huh?
I ate it before. This time I ate before because see it's raining here,
Here
and
too. Yeah, it's
yeah,
crummy
and the
out.
dogs don't care for that. So it's hard. I gotta try to get them out between the raindrops, and it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, here too. It's like damp, cold, rainy, windy.
Yeah, windy. Danny's like, "Oh, let me watch the leaves fall." I'm like, "Yo, dog, I can't do that today, yo, dog." You
Yeah.
know, but
My cat is
anyway.
going a little crazy. I don't know what's wrong with the cat, but he's like bouncing all over the place. He might knock my computer off the stand. So if I go off for a minute, I'll be back.
Okay. Wow, that's
I
something.
don't know.
Hi,
He's
Ellen. How are
like,
you? I'm sorry. I was just
come
saying, hey, Joe
on,
Mama.
cat. Come on. Come over here. No, he doesn't want to come
Shorty
in.
Pie is gangsta. TNT. Toddie's late for work. No, I'm not. Um, hey, Mariana. Look, these people are saying, hi, Buffy Love. They're saying hello to everybody. Maxwell House Coffee. Good morning, Joanna. Everybody's saying hello. Sunny
Yeah, I'm
here
so
in
glad
Northeast
everybody's
Florida.
here.
What's that?
I'm so glad that all of our friends are here. I feel like
Jade. Yep.
we should do an introduction
Alan.
like Mr. Rogers, Toddy. We should put our sweater on and put our slippers on and you know
Right.
and say hello
Hey,
to all
Alan.
of
How
our
you
friends.
doing? I don't know Alan, but good morning, Alan. Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. Sorry, what's that say? I didn't see your face and my volume was down. Oops. That's all right. That's okay, Tina. Or TNT, sorry. All right, guys, what do we want to talk about? So we had somebody that was going to come and speak, but they got sick and they said, "Can I get another week?" And I said, "Of course you can." What am I going to do? Say no? Of course they can. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, says Shorty Pie. Are you singing it with me? Come on, guys. It's a wonderful day in the beauty hood, a beautiful day in the wonder hood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? All right, so Nevada Blue, how you doing? Nice of you to join us on this Monday. It's a Monday. How many people have been accused of shit that they didn't do? With you, Buffy. How many people? Put your hands up. Up, I see Rebecca. 2 hands. Well, Milk,
No.
Honey, and Mayhem, I see you. She got the wrench. Be nice to her. She got the wrench. Okay, so anybody, seriously, anybody that's been accused of um of something that they haven't done. Oh, there you go. Joe Mama, Jade, Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. She's always getting accused of shit. Marianne, Leslie. Okay. What's update on old Sunny Megan? Okay, so Tina, just so you know, this isn't about that. We might be able to incorporate that at some point. This is really kind of like a recovery type thing that we do every Monday. It's just we talk about the struggles that we've got through the week and stuff like that. So I kind of just want to focus on that if that's all right. But I appreciate you. I am going to do a video. I spoke to Patrick last night, and I'm supposed to speak to somebody else that Patrick has something to do with Patrick. This is a Whitaker thing. I'm sorry. And I'll be bringing that up today. Promises, 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 promises. You bring me your promises. Anyway, listen. So a few of us have been accused of things that we haven't done. And sometimes the worst bit is when we have the best intentions and then somebody takes our best intentions for whatever reason and turns it into something that's in their best interest, kind of changing like a narrative. Boy, we wouldn't know about that. It's not like anybody's ever covered or heard of a woman named Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I was waiting for the aha, bump. Anyway, Rebecca was sharing a story with me that I thought we could relate to. And if it's all right with you, she got a dog. Is that your dog?
Yeah, when you asked if anybody was accused of anything, she jumped up here, so she had to get involved.
Oh, she's guilty. Is she guilty of stuff?
Apparently, she jumped up here and got her face right in here, so and she won't leave now.
Okay, well, she's your emotional support dog. So, guys, Rebecca has a story, and if you guys are going to be so quiet all the time, then we have to come up with content to talk about. So we all live our lives, right? Seriously, this isn't make believe story. This is something that Rebecca's been going through for a few days now. Okay, so hang on one second. Danny and Milo, I want you to know that Jamie, who always says she wants to pet you, it's not exclusive because now she wants to pet Rebecca's dog. As much as I thought it was special for you guys, it is no longer that. Anyway, here we go. We got a story here.
Well, Toddie, I just real quick, I want to warn you and Jamie, if we see any new people in the chat, it may be stalkers,
Okay. Jamie got the wrench.
Negative things about me. So just be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, so what's happening here, guys, is Rebecca, unfortunately, is kind of being trolled a little bit. And being that Rebecca is not this is new to her. And anyway, so she's going to talk about her experience, unfortunately, about what's going on right now, because people are just fucking people, unfortunately. And Jamie says she's on that. So Jamie, just reach out. So Jamie, if there's somebody that you see is attacking Rebecca, obviously we welcome any questions that are constructive and respectful, but anything that's just bashing anybody, you need to just don't even, you see it, put it out, for a day. You could do that for the day, the whole thing. Go ahead, Rebecca, please.
Well, I'm just going to do a quick recap. Okay. I don't know how many people here know my whole background with what happened with my grandson and my daughter, but long story short, when my daughter Brianna was in middle school, she was bullied to the point she wanted to end her life. So we did the right thing. We went to the principal of the school and we talked about it. And the principal, of course, Brianna wouldn't go to school. She refused. and we honestly tried to drag her out of bed to get her to go. She was having a breakdown. To the point we took her to a psychiatrist, and he said, when you can't force her to go to the place that's causing her this pain and anxiety. So anyway, long story short, the principal of the school, who is now the superintendent of schools, by the way, she became the bully. When she called Brianna into the office, she kind of said to Brianna, well, maybe what the girls are saying about you is true. Is it true? Did you do this? Are you doing this? And, Brianna's thinking this grown up, this principal's going to help her.
Right.
And the principal became the bully. So fast forward, to 2023, I found my voice. I didn't know that I could, we moved out of town. This is how bad the bullying was. We rented our house out that we owned and moved out of town so we could send our children to another district, because the bullying then trickled down to my youngest daughter. So we took our kids out of school, put them in another district where they did great, and we moved out of town. Fast forward to 2023, I realized that this principal is now the superintendent of schools. And I thought, oh my God, how in the world did this happen? I saw a Facebook group talking about the Board of Ed meetings, and I started watching, and I saw the general public was speaking about their grievances. And I contacted the person in charge of this Facebook group, and she informed me that I could go speak at a meeting if I had something to say. And I didn't know that. And I said, oh gosh, yeah, I want to go. And she said, well, what happened to you? And I told this person about my situation with the principal at that time. And so she said, yeah, you can go to any meeting, any Board of Ed meeting you want. So in March of 2023, I drug myself into this meeting, and I was going through my grandson's case and all the other stuff that my son had died. I'm dealing with a lot, but I needed to go to this meeting and let the superintendent know how she failed my daughter all those years ago, and I did. And she blasted me. There's a video on YouTube. If anybody's interested, just type in Chanley blows up on grieving grandma, and you'll see this woman blasting me at this meeting. Our superintendent of schools, who makes almost $200,000 a year, from my understanding. Fast forward to a couple of weeks ago.
Do you want us to watch that?
Yeah, I think you should watch it so you'll know what I'm up against.
No,
She's
vicious. That's not what I'm saying. Would you like me to play that here and watch it?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So
if you can find
it. Chanley?
Yes, Chanley, goes crazy on grieving grandma or something. It'll come up. You'll see her mouth is open. She looks like Ursula, like the cartoon character. You'll know the video.
Okay, go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
So anyway, so most recently, a lifelong friend of mine, I've known her since I was a child. She's a little bit older than me, friends with my brother and sister. We grew up in the same town. Her father was mayor of the town. I've just known this girl my whole life, and I find out she's running to go on the Board of Ed. She's, campaigning for a seat on the Board of Ed. And I thought, let me support Vanessa. She's one of my kind. She's me. We're the same people. We grew up together. And I know that she would do well. She would do what's right for our kids and for our town where I pay taxes. And, so I reached out to Vanessa and I made a contribution to her campaign, because I didn't realize even running for the Board of Ed, it costs money. You have to buy signs and, you have to do things. So I donated.
They're elected positions. Yep. They're elected. They're elected positions. Yep. So
I donate to Vanessa, and, she's having a meet and greet to meet the public, and we're doing it at my house on Friday because, that was just what we decided. I wanted to do this for her because I believe in her. And, so now the superintendent's, what do you call it? I guess it's her bodyguard. She's the ex Board of Ed president. she's blasting me on Facebook because
Right.
now she's saying my donation came from my family's organization, meaning something to do with Justice for Corey, my grandson's group, the Facebook group.
Right.
So she's
Right.
telling people that I'm taking funds from that and using it to endorse this candidate for the Board of Education. And I don't like that. You're bullying me. That's not where the funds came from. How do you say that about somebody? And she's
Yeah, they
going,
should have proof about that. They should definitely
right,
have proof about that.
right. So now they're bashing this girl Vanessa, saying, "Don't vote for Vanessa. Look who's funding her campaign."
Oh, so
Like
that's
I'm
what,
some
yeah, I see
criminal
what you're
or
saying.
something. And then
Yeah.
it's being told that I went off the deep end and I'm this and I'm that. I mean, hello, people. Have I ever denied going off the deep end? I told you all I'm nuts. I don't deny that. Why are they going to
You're
talk about it
funny.
on Facebook? If they want to talk about it, I'll tell them. But
Right.
I don't understand why me donating to a candidate, why is this now about me and my family? And why
Yep.
are you saying the funds came from somewhere they didn't? I have proof of where the funds came from. And if I need to show somebody in charge, I will. I'm not going to show these nobodies, but I
Right.
can
I
show
hear
it,
you.
but it's
Right.
just
I hear
hurtful.
you.
And I feel bad for the candidate running. I feel like I brought negativity to her because it's being told that she's only running because she wants to get rid of the superintendent because of my vendetta. Because the
Right.
superintendent is on administrative leave, not because of me, but
Right.
because of a lot of ethics violations that have nothing to do with me. So, but it's just all twisted, and I don't want to be involved in this. My daughter Brianna's upset that Corey's story and his name is being drug into this.
Of course. And I get that completely. I get that.
So, yeah, but this is what I'm dealing with this weekend, and I just, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but when does it fucking end?
I
Enough
hear
is enough.
you.
I was trying to do a good thing.
Yeah, I hear you. So, where did it go? Hang on a second. I just had it. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get it. I'm sorry. I just had it here.
And I just want to add real quick before you play that video, there were comments in that video that were agreeing with this superintendent and how she treated me, and people were bashing me and my family. They
That's
misconstrued
terrible.
everything I said. And when you watch the video, I never raised my voice.
Right.
This woman just unleashed a beast on me at the end, and this is acceptable in our town, apparently.
Right. Okay, so this is her. We're gonna go with it. Yeah. Look at the look on
Mm-hmm.
her face. Okay, so hang on one sec. Where the hell? I'm messing things up like crazy. All right, so where's my play button? I got to go over here. I'm sorry. I can't watch it on that screen. Okay, so we're going to just watch it, Rebecca.
Rebecca Michelow, Englishtown, formerly a resident. Hi, Rebecca Michelow, Englishtown, formerly a resident of Monroe Township. I just wanted to share my experience as a parent in this school district. My daughter was a 7th grade student at Applegarth in 2009 when Ms. Chanley was principal of that school. My daughter was happy, full of life, had many friends. I can't remember a night where my house wasn't full of kids. We had a death in our family that year and we went to Florida for a week. When we came home, those friends that had been in my home daily had started a nasty rumor about my daughter. It spread throughout the school quickly.
So I got to interrupt because of copyright things, but the woman that's talking to the guy, is that the woman that's the problem?
The one sitting up on the board there, whispering back and forth. Is that what you're talking about?
The one that's like sitting like straight ahead of us. It looks like she's talking to the guy to her right, the bald guy.
Yeah,
Is that
she's talking to the assistant superintendent, whispering about me because she knows what I'm about to reveal about
Okay.
her. She thought that was all in the past. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that that's the same person, though. That's the person we're talking about.
Quickly. My daughter was being called names and bullied daily. I contacted the principal, Ms. Chanley, who said she would look into it. Things only got worse. My daughter didn't want to go to school. She became physically ill if I pushed her to go. She wanted to die and had plans to make that happen.
Wow. Look at the way, and I think she's sitting there with her, you see how she's like thrown back now? Almost
Yep.
like, it looks like her arms are crossed. I can't
They
read
are.
the comments, guys. So Jamie, if there's something I need to read that Rebecca needs to see, can you bring it to Rebecca's attention? Because I'm on a different screen, guys. I'm looking at this on the YouTube screen. That's the only place I could stop it when I need to. I'm sorry, what were you saying? She is sitting back there like that, isn't it? Where these
Yeah,
other people are looking, except this woman here, this older person who's like not
Oh,
interested
it gets
on.
better, Toddie, at the end when she's applauded by her board members, and I look like an asshole.
Okay, well let's listen to see how this works out.
Yep.
I took her to a psychiatrist who diagnosed her with PTSD. The doctor recommended my daughter get home instruction until she was stable. I communicated this to Ms. Chanley, the guidance office, and the school nurse, and inquired about home instruction and was told it would be considered. I was surprised one morning just after that when a Monroe Township police officer knocked on my door. The police officer was sent by Ms. Chanley to drag my daughter into school.
Oh, I just heard she's lying. What, for truancy? That sounds like truancy, huh? Right?
Yeah, and I had a note excusing Brianna and
From her doctor, from her medical doctor,
Yes.
whether it be mental
and
or.
it had been communicated with Ms. Chanley.
He
and
just
the,
called you a liar. I mean, I
Yep.
just heard that. Anybody in the chat? Let me see hands. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Ooh, Rebecca, thanks for bringing the tea. I'm drinking coffee.
I obviously did not allow that to happen. This is how Ms. Chanley thought the bullying should be handled, by bullying the victim. A lot happened, but I'm giving you the short version of my story. Ms. Chanley's treatment of my daughter made my daughter feel.
Let me tell you something. The fact that they're letting her speak while you're speaking is wrong. They should tell her. They should tell her, give her her turn. Stop
Yeah,
it.
we only get 4 minutes.
You know, give her her turn. Stop it. She can't control herself right here.
As though she did something wrong. My daughter was asked by Chanley and other staff members if the rumors were true that were being spread about her, or if she would just made up false allegations because she was jealous of the other girls.
Whoa.
Ms. Chanley bullied my daughter and my family.
Whoa.
Ms. Chanley violated my daughter's confidentiality and told the parents of the bullies about my daughter's psychiatric treatment. As a result, other parents wouldn't allow their children to interact with my daughter, leading to my daughter's social isolation. My daughter was labeled as troubled. Things got bad, really bad. I was at Stop and Shop, and 2 parents in front of me in the deli line were discussing my daughter and my family and the nasty rumor. We pulled our children out of Monroe Township schools and sent them to St. Bart's in East Brunswick. We left our home in Monroe and moved to Manalapan. My daughter was never okay again. I know the way Ms. Chanley treated.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I know that I got to stop it anyway. How do you pronounce the name of that town? Because I've been pronouncing it wrong forever. Manalapan?
We lived in Manalapan. We moved from Monroe Township where this happened to Manalapan. Yeah, it's Manalapan. But people call it Manalapan, and
I never called it that. Jen and I used to call it something else because we'd pass it all the time when we would come up, you know, before we moved up this way.
yeah.
We'd come up on weekend and do weekend trips, and we always called it something else. Okay, very cool.
Made her feel worthless. She started making new friends that did not treat her right. She was different. She had a bad reputation now, and everybody knew it. She was raped at 16 by a 21-year-old Monroe Township man. He had a younger brother who knew my daughter and was in school with her when these rumors were going around. I believe his brother sought her out because he knew she was an easy target given her.
So now we're talking about Christopher Gregor here.
Right, yes.
Right.
Her low self-esteem. He drugged her, raped her, and got her pregnant. We didn't know about the rape until a few months after my grandson was born. We assumed the father was a boy my daughter was dating. After 5 years, the father came into the picture. He got 50-50 custody. He abused my grandson on his first visit and killed him on April 2nd, 2021. I believe our lives would have been different if Chanley had handled the bullying properly. Miss Chanley.
So look at this woman. Well, everybody is shocked at that. Look at how this woman is trying to downplay this shit by looking around the room like, oh, there's no truth. I know, but I have to stop it, Rebecca. I gotta stop for copyright reasons. But I mean, if you see her like, not me, are you kidding? You know, Jamie, you know who she reminds me of? That woman, Sunny. Okay, so somebody brought up Sunny. This is who Sunny reminds me of. Or this woman is what? Yeah, Sunny. Okay.
You are a bully, and you support and enable other bullies, and you should have no oversight over the children in Monroe or anywhere else.
I agree. Here.
Thank you for hearing me.
I want to make a statement that a situation that you are referring to, every statement that came out of your mouth was a blatant lie. I will no longer sit here over a year now and have people lie on me and think that you have a right to publicly make up statements that are false.
What is she? That's not even a good look on her. What is false? What was false?
She says everything I said is not true.
But you have proof of everything that happened.
Yeah.
Well, next week, if you want to come with the proof, we could do that too.
I mean, you know, I don't have
or
any
we
paperwork.
could do it on your channel, or we could do it on your
paperwork anymore. It's just my word, but I lived it. My daughter lived it. I no longer have.
Well, you could reach out to the doctor and get those old notes. No, you could still get that if you needed to get that.
Yeah.
I think it is disgusting that you as a mother who has had such great loss, and I feel terribly sorry for your loss.
We can tell.
Would utilize the tragedies in your life to use it as a venomous, blatant lie about me.
So just out of the blue, she picked on this woman? What, you didn't like her hair color or what?
Right. Exactly.
I take great pride in how I run my life and my job, and you should be ashamed that you took the tragedies in your own life to bring forth disgusting lies and allegations that are unsubstantiated, and I am now finished. Thank you very much.
Well, she's 1,000% sure of what she's saying right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, we could probably look into her a little bit, and I'm sure if she's who you say she is,
ethics violations.
There you go. I was just going to say, and you will see who she is. You will see.
She's suspended right now from her position with pay, but she's suspended because not because of me or what I said or did.
Was she sleeping on the job? I'm joking.
No, she's just a vile human being. She's a see you next Tuesday. That's what she is.
Yeah, I hear you. You know,
I think her actions speak volumes. This is not somebody who should be on, she shouldn't be in the position she's in. But listen, there's a good chance even after this election, she's still going to be superintendent, and the people that are voted in are going to have to work with this woman, and that's okay. But things have to change. She can't continue the way she is. It's no way to run a school district, no matter what she thinks. But yeah, so I'm being bullied again.
And people are saying things about you.
And
you know what she's suspended for now?
She lied about having a doctorate. She called herself Dr. Chanley in the yearbook for 5 years, and she only just got her doctorate.
Oh, so she's got no integrity at all. That shows that.
And supposedly, I don't look at these things because I went there in 2023 and spoke, and I don't give a shit about this woman. I said what I needed to get off my chest, and I was done with this. But it's being brought to my attention that she also hired her husband and son and passed up other people that were more qualified for positions within the district. And apparently that wasn't done legally. I don't know this to be true, but it's proven. I just don't know anything about it and don't really care. I just know what she did to me. And if all of these allegations are true, which I think they are, she's on administrative leave for a reason, then it needs to be
Well,
looked into.
no, that's not so. I mean, guys, if you can't see that, I don't give people the benefit of the doubt every time I do. And listen, I'm not saying she's not guilty, but they will put people on administrative leave right now just because there's an investigation going on.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's
these
safe.
things,
And I mean, because now there's so much of an importance on public opinion. So
yeah,
they really
no,
do.
I probably,
I'm not saying she's not guilty of anything. I'm just saying, in all
no,
fairness,
I think I kind of misspoke. It's documented. There are court documents that have been made public. These things, she did get, I don't know how to explain it because I don't know how this works, but it's documented and proven. And that's why they put her on administrative leave, and they're voting to, I guess, either bring her back or not and let her go completely.
right.
Because it's proven, to my knowledge. That's what I'm hearing, but I didn't look into it because I don't want to be involved with this woman because she's mean, and
Right.
her
Yeah.
her sidekick is the one who's harassing me right now and my family. It's not this lady personally. It's
Right.
her sidekick who got kicked off the board, voted off. She didn't get reelected because people don't like her and what she was doing. That's the person who's now harassing me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's it's just not, by me donating to my lifelong friend, I never thought that I was going to open up Corey's story and start being harassed and accused of things. I
Yeah.
didn't see.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know how things work like that. I don't. And, I know that, you told me, I asked you, was it a private thing? You said, absolutely. I have nothing to do with Corey's thing. I mean, and you said that, I mean, there really isn't even a fun thing.
No, there isn't.
So the fact that the woman, to me, that's.
Yeah, she went as far as she said it back in 2023 after I spoke, but she said it again all weekend. She said that I was paid to come there and make that speech. Somebody paid me. They donated to my grandson's fund so I would come there and speak.
There is no fund.
Right. Back then there was, but it was to my daughter who was going to trial and things. I didn't, when people donated, like we would say something like, we want to do this, and people would donate and we would do exactly what we said we were going to do with the funds. It wasn't always to line my daughter's pockets. If there was a fund for a specific reason, we showed our members what we did with that money, exactly what we said we were going to do. There's no bank account full of money that we can dip into. It doesn't exist. There is no bank account anymore. We are no longer accepting donations for Justice for Corey. There's nothing. There's no fund. And I don't like somebody saying that I'm dipping into a fund that doesn't even exist.
Right. You just are dipping into your own pocket because you think that somebody has a better character than somebody else.
Right. I believe in Vanessa. She's somebody I've known my whole life. Her father was mayor of our small town, and he was a good mayor, in my opinion. I was a child then, but I remember what my parents would say about him. And if they thought he was an asshole, they would have said it. And my parents liked him. He was good for our town. And I feel like, Vanessa being his daughter and living in town her whole life and now raising grandchildren in that same town, she cares about where she lives and the people and the kids. That's what we need.
Right.
And I didn't think it would be a problem, me donating.
Oh, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been. This is political bullshit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Whose voice do you hear, Mary? Mary, have you seen better days? Mary, what was her name? Mary Coop. Whose voice do you hate? That lady that yelled at my friend here, or my voice? Okay, so this is Rebecca's page, just so you know. I think that's a horrible thing to bring that up. And I think it is just to make your friend look bad, but I think it's because of a campaign you know, and unfortunately, yeah, because you were even surprised that people need the money for that. But elected positions, they do. That's how people know to vote for them. They have to do something to make people know who they are. It's bad enough
I
you
have
go in
no
there and you
idea.
only vote like for the top thing and you leave the others and just go out. I always vote down the line all the way, usually.
Yeah, I had no idea what being, running for a board of ed position consisted of. I just figured you said, "Hey, I want to be on the board," and people say okay or no. I mean, I had no idea that it was this involved, and I didn't know it got this dirty. Honestly, I had no
Okay.
idea. It's the board of fucking ed, man. It's not, you're not going to be sitting alongside Trump in the White House. I mean, listen, the board of ed's important, yes, but to ruin lives over getting a seat on the board, are you kidding me? It's ridiculous.
Well, to ruin lives just says something. It goes to our conversation that we had about conscience and how do people, sleep at night with the destruction they cause in other people's lives, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think you got to be pretty effing miserable to make a point of causing so much destruction in other people's lives.
Right. And, to be accused of having a vendetta against this lady, wouldn't you think, Toddie? I spoke in 2023 and I've not dealt with them. I've not gone to another meeting. I'm not harassing them. If I had a vendetta, wouldn't I be at every meeting?
Yeah, you would think so. Yep.
Yeah.
You'd be focused on it. You'd be fixated on it. I know what it is like to be fixated upon.
Yes.
So, ooh,
Oh my.
Mrs. Robinson, that's a story. You want to tell it? That's a horrible thing, though. Don't get me wrong. That's a horrible thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so let me see. I just want to see. Good morning. The topic is people in everybody's business and saying shit that ain't so. Saying stuff that ain't so.
And Toddie, I feel so bad for the girl I'm in support of. I feel like I brought negativity to her campaign. It's so
Yeah, I
unfair.
understand that. Yeah, I understand that.
And she also feels like she brought it to me by me getting involved. We had no idea that it was going to, I was going to get drugged through the mud again.
That's politics in the internet, my friend. Politics in the internet.
Yeah, but, thinking, like I said, the board of ed, I mean, isn't everybody who's running all about the kids? Isn't that what it's about?
No, they get a lot of money there. They get a lot of money.
Crazy.
There. They get a lot of money there. Yep.
It's well, they claim it's
sometimes you get good ones. There's some good ones out there. Don't get me wrong. There's some good ones out there. I know there are. Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy though. I had, like I said, I mean, I didn't even know any of this was going on. And my sister called me. I had already gone to bed. I think it was Saturday night. My sister called me and she's like, "Can you believe this shit?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What shit? I'm already, what's going on?" And she got me up and looking and I'm like, "Oh my God." And she's like, "They're saying you're taking money from, a fund or whatever." And I'm like, that's a serious accusation. I have 20,000 people in Justice for Corey that I have to answer to. I can't be friends with them. That's my reputation. And these people have never had reason to doubt me. And I don't want it to start now. So that's bothersome. That woke me right up. I was up and at it, and I just thought, oh my God, all I did was donate to someone I believe in. Someone
out of your own pocket, out of your own money.
And I can prove it, and then, well, if I didn't get it from Corey's fund, I probably got it from the ex board president's husband. He gave me the money to donate in my name. So now, which one is it? It's just crazy. The whole thing is just ridiculous. I never, like I said, never in a million years thought by backing someone I believe in that this was going to happen.
Well, yeah. Why would you think of something like that?
Yeah. It's just horrible. And, she's feeling, we don't know which way to go with this. Do I continue to support? Should I back away from her and let her be because I don't want to harm her, campaign? But like she even
Let it
said
be
to
her
me,
call. Let it be her call.
well,
Yeah.
she's like, no, you're helping me. Like, I need you,
Okay.
and like I said, I wouldn't feel upset if she backed away from me. I would totally get it, because I don't want to screw it up for her. We need her there. I don't want to be the reason, that she doesn't get voted in. They're saying things like, don't vote for Vanessa. This is the one financially backing her. Like I'm some mob boss or something. Like I'm a horrible person. It's ridiculous.
It is. But, people, again, politics, listen, I mean, people do this shit at high school king and queen things. You know what I mean? Like, this is so unbelievable. But when they're looking at like a $200,000 a year job for really doing nothing and taking the credit for everything, that's, and unfortunately, that's why I think this country is so divided. It's divided by the people that think that the human soul and the human spirit is more important. And then there's the other half that thinks that the dollar is the most important. I think that that's exactly what's the problem here. And, when those people are ruled by money, that's
Well,
the
but the board members don't get paid. They're volunteer positions. I mean, the superintendent obviously gets a paycheck, but the board members aren't paid, members. They volunteer their time. And I respect that, but be there for the right reason. Don't be there.
That's just clout, man. Those are people that want things done, maybe, and that's why they're there. It's a little bit of give and take, and maybe some clout.
I guess. I mean, I don't understand it. Like I said, I thought the Board of Ed was there for the children and for the people of the town that you're representing. And I thought, although they may have personal differences, I assumed the board members come together when it involves the children. I mean, you can not like somebody, but you're all there supposedly for the same reason, right?
Right.
You would think.
How you feeling, Jeanette? Jeanette's supposed to come next week.
Hi, Jeanette. I hope you're feeling a little better.
Yeah, Jeanette's not feeling too well. She reached out to me, so I appreciate that. Reach out to me again next
is it Janae
Saturday
or
or
Jeanette?
Sunday. Janae, I'm sorry, Janae,
Yes,
right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Janae. You reach out to me again next Saturday or Sunday, and I'll send you the link for next Monday's thing. Anyway, so I'm sorry, Rebecca. Go ahead. My eyes are so dry.
I just wish that, people who are elected to these positions, I wish they would be there for the right reason. And I feel a lot of times they're not. I'm sure it happens all over.
It's too late for that. I'll be honest with you. I just think it's too late for the right reasons. I just think, I don't know. I don't know how many good people are in this world and how many bad people. You know what I mean? It's like, it shouldn't be so hard.
Yeah, I think the bad outweighs the good now. I just don't know. I have no faith.
So disheartening.
It is.
It's so disheartening. And then you try to live in this world like that, and you have your own legitimate things that you carry and take upon yourself, and then you go and meet people that are just horrible people, and it only makes them feel good to have control over other people's lives because they can't face their own. It's absolutely horrible. And then you give somebody a little bit of authority, and man, it's a bad thing. We used to see it a lot. I used to see it a lot when I worked with the kids in the rehab, especially because a lot of these counselors, some of them weren't even a year clean. They had no business counseling kids, and they got off on that. They couldn't even do, that became their next drug. It was so wrong. And then I'd see it occasionally with the deputies inside of the jail, those people that you knew that they were bullied when they were a kid. So now they're making the inmates that had nothing to do with them as a kid. You know what I mean? It's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, what do you think? What are you thinking? You guys are talking to Jamie. Jamie, I agree. Right, Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is why. Jamie's blowing her own horn again. Yeah, we were drug tested, but it was random, and it was usually 100% when you'd go out of town and come back or something, or you were on vacation or something. But yeah, desperate because they didn't want to pay them very much, so that's what they did. And you would think that you would think that's a bad idea, right? Because first of all, they might have stopped using, but they still have that dope fiend behavior. So if they got that, and then you would think with them sharing stories, or the kids sharing stories with them, that it might trigger them. Yeah, there was a few that we lost, a few counselors that aren't around because of that, and a few definitely a few more that went back to using and have just relapsed and now still trying, but we've lost a few of them. It's terrible, but you could pay them cheap, and they they feel like they're trying to, it's almost like a drug for them. They feel like some of them are good though until they relapse, but they feel like, oh, I'm giving back, I'm making a difference, and in fact they are, until unfortunately they relapse, and then the difference they made is, oh, see, that's another statistic, and I just knew that person. It's not, oh wow, they succeeded with it, which is just, it's just really sad. It's just really, really sad. But anyway,
I mean, I think, you know, people that are in recovery, that want to work in these facilities, I think in a sense, oh, it's great because they've experienced it themselves. But then when is it time? When is it okay for them to start working in these places? Like how long should they be clean, or should they? I don't know. It's kind of like, do you know what I mean, Toddie?
yeah,
I
I
feel
do.
like
I do, because I know somebody who I'm close with, who's a counselor, and it took them years and many, many attempts at sobriety, and finally they latched on to sobriety, and they hang on to that sobriety for life. But they find that, helping people, and they've made a career now out of being a drugs counselor in but it's in I think it's in a residential treatment center, not like mine was more mandatory because it was kids, right? So, but this place, I'm not sure it's mandatory. It doesn't matter, but he's been doing this for years, and but he's all about NA. I mean, he might as well have a fucking flag on his head, the NA flag on his head. So I mean, he lives it and breathes it every single day. You see it.
right. I mean, I know that there's a few success stories, people that have been clean for 25 years, and I know a couple people like that, and it's possible, and them working in a facility would be ideal if they're staying clean because they lived it. Who better to tell, to help those struggling, right? Somebody who lived it.
Yeah, but their life has to be
They
perfect
have to
at the
be
time, because, well, no,
right.
that's not the thing. So, when they started out, like, I'm thinking of somebody in particular. So when she started out and came into counseling, like, everything was great in her little world. Not, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but everybody's world is their own. It's little in the grand scheme of things, mine included.
Right.
So everything was great in her little world, and it lasted for probably a couple of years. I mean, she thrived. She was a great counselor. I'm not going to take that away from her. I mean, she was a great counselor. She was so involved with the kids, and coming up with, like, I had to come up with, creative writing plans and questionnaire plans and so, and she gets to plan like field trips, right? So,
Right.
but she thrived at that, and then something happened in her life and it became, more of a struggle because that happens, right? Everything could be going great. And then all of a sudden something happens and then something else happens because unfortunately that's the way life is. So
Right.
all this stuff that she thought she had under control and everything that working at the rehab was doing for her was great. But as soon as there was a few more things that were coming at the same time, she still didn't have those tools.
Right.
So she wasn't able to, fix up. And then that's where everything just started unraveling for her, unfortunately, is that she really didn't have the tools. She thought she did. She had
Right.
convinced herself she did, but she didn't.
Right.
So, yeah. Let's see. I didn't mean to do that on a note like that, but I just want to say it's for everybody's for everybody has, everybody's different.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah, she didn't make it. Rebecca, this is to you.
Oh, you know what? I can't lie to you people. I'm going to tell you why I'm rubbing my neck. I can't lie. I have this wrinkly skin. I'm aging, and my neck is so bothersome because I see it when we're on these videos, and so I'm always touching my neck, and so I'm just going to be honest. That's why. So yeah, you'll see I do it a lot. I cover it sometimes with my hand, or I reach in the back and try to pull my neck, the skin up. I'm not a vain person. I think you guys can see that. I come here in my pajamas and I don't comb my hair most of the time. But my neck bothers me. My face is wrinkled, my eyes but my neck that's bothering me. So that's why I'm doing that.
What do you mean? Okay, are we wiping people off on a bias? That bias being drugs?
Oh wait, I don't understand.
There's a couple questions that I wanted to address. Did any of the counselors identify this with all their skill sets? Identify what, SB? Identify what, that they, not all of the counselors had drug problems. Is that what you're asking? But the majority did. The majority had gone through that experience, either drug or alcohol problems, but not all of them. So I don't know. If I didn't answer that correctly, let me know. We're all just a life's problem away from fucking it all up. That's it, man. You got that one right.
Yeah, and I just want to say we don't bash anyone who has or had a drug problem. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about it. I've lived it with my son, and I think what we were trying to say is, well, at least the way I took it, when someone goes into that field of work, when is it too soon? When are they ready? I don't think we were being negative, right, Toddie? I mean,
No, I don't think. No, I'm shaking my head. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm shaking my head. No, no. Don't rub it. It gets worse, but I think your neck looks fine, Stacia says. No, you look great, Rebecca.
Thank you. It's just something I'm self-conscious about. It's stupid, I know, but it bothers me. It's just my neck all of a sudden got wrinkly, and it bothers me.
What do you mean? Okay, or did the amazing non-loved experience counselors fail to identify her lack of skills? Sounds like the counselors you think are fit to be there didn't pick it up. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. Does that make any sense to you? I'm trying to understand the question.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't think and I gotta say, I think that this is not English, right? I mean, this wouldn't be
SB, Toddie, SB wants to come on panel and talk.
I don't know who that is.
Do we know SB? I hope it's not somebody.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who it is. The worker
If
who
SB
relapsed.
wants to show their face and
Wait a minute,
identify who they
wait.
are.
Let me, I'm trying to read. Hang on. SB is wanting to argue that they let the counselor. Nobody let the counselor die. The counselor wasn't working there when she died. She didn't die at the job or anything. She died later. No, so let me answer this. Hang on. First of all, SB's been part of this community for a while.
Okay, good.
So I recognize the name. So hang on. This is why but we must have triggered something or okay. So hang on. Okay, so hang on. I just want to know what we're talking about. I don't mind dropping a link. Yeah. Okay, so I don't mind you coming on here, SB at all, but here's the thing. I just want you to understand. This job that I had is 20 years ago. I have nothing to do with this job anymore. I was a whistleblower on this job. And I got fired from this job because I was a whistleblower. I went to court for the kid. And if this job would have fired the person or called out the person that had been accused of what they were accused of, the person would probably still be sitting in prison for 25 years, but there wouldn't have been a next person. And unfortunately, there was a next person. And so that's why I was asked to leave. No, I wasn't asked to leave. I was fired and they were looking for me. It's a long story. The police were looking for me. And it's only when I called to make a complaint about the job that I found out that there was a court case 2 weeks away and I was supposed to be on the side against the job. And so I ended up going to court for that. So, but it was even after this. So it was well after I left and it was well after that the counselor left. Was the counselor using during that time? I don't know. I wasn't there, but I know that that when she died, she wasn't a counselor anymore. You know what I'm saying? Bring me up there. Let's talk about this. Okay. Do you still want to talk about it now that you know my stance? Now that you know my stance and everything, I didn't own anything or anything, or you still want to come up? Okay. There needs to be clinical over. I agree, but just so you know, I don't think you're gypsy. I don't care if you come up here, but I want you to know that it has nothing. Guys, give her a break. Why are you why make up this shit? It was this seriously for a laugh? I'm just trying. Wow. You're welcome to come up here. It's not a problem. We're just trying to figure out what you want to come up here for. I think that's fair. So it's up to you. I'm trying to get to the very bottom message. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. I got to the I'm trying to get to all these messages. Hang on. I don't want to argue. If somebody wants to come up here,
I don't either.
and I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not going to argue with this because I think there needs to be, but it's not as simple as that. And I haven't been in that field in so long. And do I think it needs to be changed? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like I'm in that field that I could do anything about that field, that I agreed with anything that happened in that field. But there are counselors that have unfortunately been triggered by that.
Right.
I don't think she was a counselor. I think she had left. Was she using at the time? I'd be lying if I told either which way, because I don't know. Do you want to come up, SB? Well, listen, just calm down. Nobody's fighting with you. We're just trying to understand what you want to come up here for.
Yeah, we're just having a conversation. I mean,
so if you want to come up here, that's fine. All right, let me drop the link.
I just don't want to argue with anybody. So if I stay quiet, you'll know why.
That's fine. That's fine. So, guys, this is for SB. All right, let's go. So remember, SB, before you come on, I'm going to see you before everybody else sees you. I'll see you first. So if you don't want to see yourself, we'll cover you before you come on. Just like that. But you don't want to be me, you want to be you, right? Okay, so let's give her a chance. And a lot of times things can be misread when it comes out of text messages. So let's remember that too. The tone
Right.
can be read. So let's come out of that. Let's remember that. Don't knock that over, buddy. What a lazy day in this little house of mine. I put up the link, SB.
Wait, I'm confused. No,
What?
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so go ahead.
SB just posted she wants to talk about the school lady. Who wants to talk about the school lady?
I don't know what's going on. Just getting mic on, guys. Okay, so just give her a second.
Sure.
She's getting the mic on. I don't think there's two SBs. There's an SBTX, which I think is a different person. There are two SBs. Okay. Well, I don't know then. I don't know if this is our SB or if this is somebody new. Jamie, do you know who it is or not? Hang on a second. We could see you. Did you want to be seen? Okay, so I can't really hear you. So if you want to be seen, just give me a thumbs up. And if you don't want to be seen, let's cover you up. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to look at where your picture is, and you should be able to see, like, below there's a camera. Like, there should be like a movie camera icon. Do you see the movie camera icon? Click on that. Okay.
Toddie, the SB that you're bringing on, is it the one that we're familiar with, or is this the new
I
SB?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'd like to know what they look like before they get on here and start
Okay.
talking.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Sorry, it's just because of my current situation. So.
Okay, so hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, I see you waving to me. Hang on one second. I got a lot going on because I got emails coming too. Okay, so hang on one second. Why did you, SB, why did you do that? Why did you do that? This person is a younger person.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to show your face or not, SB? I can't hear you. You got to do either this. You do want to show your face? Do you know Rebecca? Okay, she says she does not know you.
Okay.
Do you know the woman she's speaking on? She says no.
Okay.
Okay. if you want to go with an avatar, you had it on when you covered the camera. Okay. All right. So I'm bringing you on now. The only way that you're going to be able to show your face is if you change it. I can't change it. All right, let's go. Okay, guys. So this is SB. Apparently, there's two of them. So how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All good. Look, I'm full of opinions. As we say in Australia, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one.
Yeah, we say that here
but,
too.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting live to actually sit on. So I've been following you, Toddie, for ages. I love your straight talk, your no bullshit talk. There is a few issues that came up with this stream for me, and I think that the furious typing was because it's obviously so hard to get noticed when you're in the box and you have a question or you've got an opinion. You know, like everyone's sort of commenting, and you're just like, oh, you know.
Right.
So the first thing I want to say is the story that I was listening to, because I was packing my son's lunchbox. It's nearly 1 a.m. here, so I was listening to I forget the lady on the screen that had who's Corey's grandmother. Rebecca, that's right. The footage that was played, I did glance over and see it. That lady is an absolute animal. That lady is not someone I would support being, in power in any kind of educational or school setting, be it for younger children or middle school. I don't even know if we'd see a woman like that in university in South Australia. She's just absolutely mental. But I think all of that leading into sort of looking at who is actually mentoring your kids, who are counsellors in rehab programs and schools and stuff like that. There's a really fine line. We need to value lived experience, because we honestly really do. But in a sense of a school setting or an educational setting, we've all been kids. We've all got lived experience. I'd like to hope of getting an education. That's just a fundamental. Hopefully we have. When we start looking at, drug counsellors and all that kind of thing, there is, in all honesty, there is a place on every rehab team for someone that has done or, is doing the work. It was particularly triggering for me, given that I work in the lived experience space. I'm not going to get into my life, but it's been pretty insane. It was pretty insane from my childhood. And one of the things I've found is that trauma, for example, even middle school trauma, even stuff like being severely bullied, that is the reason I think that your daughter, Rebecca, ended up in the situation that she ended up, that then resulted in Corey. That's all. That stuff is trauma-based stuff. Trauma changes the decisions you make, and how you handle things. Drug use is sadly an outcome of severe trauma. I know people that were bullied really, really badly in high school. They use drugs. They use drugs to cope. Drugs are sadly a person's natural way of trying to alter their state and fit in with what's going on in their own mind. There's very few people that...
You know what? I like that. Say that again. Drugs are... Yeah, say that again.
Drugs are almost, as controversial as it sounds, in my opinion, drug use is almost a natural conclusion for someone to come to that's trying to fit in with their own thoughts in their own mind. It's a coping strategy, whether or not we like to admit it. I'm not saying it's a healthy one.
No. But I like the way you broke it down, because I think that that's a lot more relatable than
it's
a coping
it's
strategy.
Really natural. It's a really natural progression. And I think particularly if you've experienced something like bullying, like Rebecca's daughter did quite severely, it's quite isolating. You start running out of people you feel confident to turn to, but you've still got those thoughts and those feelings in your head. You still need to, live your life and make your, and this is why drug use is so prevalent. I mean, here in Australia, we have mental health issues 1 in 5. Now, 1 in 5 for anything is an epidemic. That is an epidemic. We had less than 1 in 5 for COVID, and it was a worldwide epidemic. But people don't seem to be actually recognizing the role. And the thing is you take a damaged child, you take a damaged young person, and at the risk of, sounding like a blanket sort of approach here, you're setting them up for failure. You really are. And I don't mean anyone in particular is, I just mean the world. And it's really hard as a parent, I think, what you went through, what you faced, Rebecca, in regards to that school, what is it, not your chancellor, your school
Superintendent.
this school superintendent, that shit is insane. Like, that is fucking nuts. Her delivery, her inability to regulate her emotional response to what was said. Even Toddie was pointing out the muttering under her breath, the talking over you to the other people on the panel, all that kind of stuff. That's not someone I would view who is, a well-rounded, regulated person. That's someone who, in my opinion, was very threatened by what you were saying. And so they should have been, because their behaviour that they demonstrated in that video fits with the same profile as someone who would send a police officer to a house to force a child to go, to prevent alleged truancy. So for me, hearing the lived experience community sort of, especially around drug use, because drug users, people that have recovered from drug use as well, cop a lot of shit. They really do. And, once a druggie, always a druggie, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. The problem is that a lot of people that are so deep in their trauma that use for the amount of time it takes for them to get clean, to find the skills and the tools, a lot of their opportunities in life are gone and wasted and over and finished, and it's done for them. And the lived experience community is one of the only communities they can walk into and hope they will be accepted. So we say here, nothing for us, nothing about us without us, is one of the big things we say here. So I advocate here in Australia for women's rights in prison. I advocate for young people through the foster system. But overall, I advocate for the well-being of children, because children and young people are essentially the future. Yeah, they could be, someone could be, they could be the next Ed Gein, or they could be the next bloody, I don't know, who's someone amazing. I hear different things about amazing people in the States. I don't know who to trust. I don't know.
We don't know either. I don't even know. If I went, I couldn't tell you right now.
Look, someone right now,
somebody wrong.
Someone right now is raising the next Gypsy Rose.
That's right.
That's next level. So I guess, I do want to advocate for anyone who sees this stream or watches this stream that is moving through recovery or is moving into a lived experience field, whether that's formerly incarcerated person, someone who was previously under the care of the government, like a ward of the state, that's what we would call them here.
Right.
Someone who's been a drug user, someone who's got mental health or disability. I really do want to advocate for those people to just hang on, keep trying, keep tapping away at it. And my biggest tip would be education. You can, to a degree, educate yourself out of some of this shit. It's not textbook education. It's not go to uni and try and do a fucking, hectic degree. It's about educating yourself about your interpersonal communication and your intrapersonal communication.
Right,
and
I agree.
Just trying to find a better space for you in the world. So I think a lot of your viewers, Toddie, by default will have, an interest in, some of the sort of fucked up things that go on in the world. We're looking at Gypsy, and there's a bit of Whitaker's action and all that kind of thing. So you've got a fairly open-minded demographic of people, I think, that come through and watch you. But I'm guessing as well, we've all got a little bit of trauma buried somewhere in there.
Of course.
And I don't want any of your listeners to feel like it's not a safe space if they do have, any of that stuff popping up. If coming on and watching your live stream stops someone from using, I'm all for that. If someone connecting with you, watching your daily posts, you're not, helps them, helps them to feel like they're part of a community, because that's what it comes down to. Everyone needs to feel like they're part of something. That's all people want. They want to feel valued and like they're part of something, like they're part of a village.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everybody wants to matter. Everybody. Even a serial killer wants to matter. Everybody.
100%. Well, look at Gypsy, desperate to matter.
Exactly.
Desperate to matter,
Exactly.
screaming to matter. So I just really wanted to just advocate for the lived experience community, and I just wanted to remind, even like humbly remind the two of you that someone like Rebecca's daughter is exactly those kind of experiences she had in high school that we're here saying, wow, this superintendent is a nightmare. These are the kind of experiences that do things like facilitate people growing up and using drugs and stuff like that, because they just never fit in. They don't know where they belong.
Right.
They don't trust people. They don't trust their own human condition. So
Yep.
I just wanted to kind of just humbly just remind everyone of that and just kind of tie that through. I'm a bit of a hectic person. I don't have any intention to argue or to I just wanted to raise some points that I thought were valid, that I feel like, particularly Toddie, because I'm familiar. I don't know you, but I'm familiar with you. I'm watching you every day. That I
No,
know
thank
you
you
have
for
the
that.
capacity. Well, I know you have the capacity to take this stuff on board, and you'll see it for what it is. What I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm really grateful. So much love. Thank you for having me up. It's a
Thank
bit
you. Thank
intimidating.
you. Well, thank
And
you for coming
then
up. Oh,
Rebecca's
no,
like,
no,
do I
thank you
know
for
her? I'm
coming
like,
up.
fuck, I don't know Rebecca.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for coming up, and thank you for everything you said. I mean, it definitely hit. I agree. I agree. I agree with so much of what you said. Absolutely. So thank you for that. And, well, have a great day. You said it's 1 a.m.
Oh,
there. Well, have a good night. Have a good
Yeah,
night's
it
sleep.
is.
nice.
I've just stacked the dishwasher and made the lunch box, and I've got everything's just I'm just getting it done. I just before I go, just one parting thought for people, just to take with them for the rest of the day, is always remember when we're talking about this kind of stuff and we're talking about trauma and stuff, trauma is not the hit to the head. Trauma is the concussion afterwards. So trauma isn't actually what happened to you, it's what happened after that happened. And often we find that is the stuff that's going on internally that's unresolved. So I just wanted to leave that little wisdom pearl there.
Well, thank you. That's definitely a seed there. Thank you for taking your time and
Much
coming on
love,
board.
guys.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
See you,
night.
Toddles. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you, Rebecca. Bye.
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 Bye. Well, I definitely heard that, and she is a very good speaker. It seems like,
Definitely.
yeah, and yeah, I mean, like, we're usually not that protective coming on board, so I apologize for that. But there's some stuff going on. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I
thank
just
you.
got nervous because we had two SBs and this was the one that we weren't familiar. I
Well,
thought,
the
oh,
worst that would have happened was I just would have deleted. I just would have deleted. You know what I mean?
right. No, yeah, totally understand. But I just don't want to hear it from,
I
the
understand.
other side. But
I don't think that she could have any excuse. First of all, even if everything you said to her was untrue, even if everything you said to her was untrue, that's not the way you would go about handling it. She couldn't even control herself to allow you to finish your statement without
nope.
the
And
squiggle
she
and
does
the
this to everybody. Yeah, I'm not the only one. This is how she reacts when somebody says something that she doesn't like.
right.
There's plenty of videos of that. But like I said, I don't think about it. I don't deal with her. I said what I wanted to say in March of 23. If I
Right.
had an issue with her, I'd show up at every meeting and I would taunt her at every meeting. And I don't appreciate that I'm being accused of having a vendetta and funding someone running for the Board of Ed so they can get this lady out of her job. I don't like that. That's bullshit.
Right. Well,
But
that's politics in the whole wide world. I hope I didn't do anything. So it doesn't give you the chance. I don't know. If there's any problem getting on here again, you need to let me know, please. What the two initials? I'm sorry, and there's two of them too. I'm so sorry. What SB or what was the initials? SB, right? Because it said that usually it says remove from studio, but now it says kick or ban. I didn't ban, so I kicked, But hopefully, I mean, I did the right thing because they've changed things a little bit on StreamYard, or because now that I'm
Oh,
paying for StreamYard, I think it's because I just started paying for StreamYard that I'm not 100% sure of all this stuff that's going on.
yeah. Yeah.
So there's a few Aussies in here. That's awesome, man. But you guys got some big ass bugs there. You got some, but I'll tell you what, New Zealand doesn't. New Zealand don't have no bugs, I heard, or snakes or anything. Anybody here
Oh,
from
wow.
New Zealand? Like talking about being on the bottom of the world. Like now it's summer in New Zealand. You know what I mean? Wow. But it takes forever to get there. If I ever went to New Zealand, it would be, I ain't coming back. You know, that's just so far.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fly right now. Anybody fly right now? Anybody want to talk about that shit? What's going on there? Anybody want to talk?
Not much
Hello?
going on.
What'd you say?
Not much going on, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
pretty calm here, which
I
is,
think
I guess,
that, yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so. Ay, 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 ay. So it's a dreary day today here.
it is. It's really nasty, and I don't think I'm leaving the house. I'm just gonna clean and I don't know. I'm gonna eat something. I don't know what I want yet. I'm thinking about it.
I have to leave the house. They need dog food.
Oh,
They need well, they don't really don't, but because I have kibble and I have rice and I have chicken and I have, well, I know I need green beans. So I need green beans and I need canned food that I mix in with the stuff that I make them.
yeah.
And I did need, I'm sorry, I did need something else, but I think I forgot what it is. But anyway, I think I am going to go to the grocery store for a little, just for a second to get real quick stuff. What 90 Day
Yeah.
Fiance is something else, man. I want to tell you that Brandon needs to leave his family, his mom and dad. They just don't know when to stop. Like they just don't know when to stop.
Oh, there. I
Anyway.
went away for a minute.
What? You went
I
away
went away
somewhere?
for a minute. I couldn't hear anything or see anything.
Oh. I have a playlist of it. Oh, by the way, you guys wanted to know about mine and Rebecca's interview for The Argument, the new show, the new channel that I put up, and that went out. That Jamie, can you grab that and put it in the Jamie, come on, man, get paid. I mean, do your job for what I pay you. Can you put the can you put The Argument with me and Rebecca in there in the comments, ma'am? Yeah, I know you did, Stacia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay. So instead, Jamie says, no, I'm going to go find a prehistoric cave today. Fingers crossed. All right. Well, I'll get my own thing then. Damn. Hold on. I'll look for it. So what else, Rebecca? Anything else, or is it going to be an early week?
It might be an early day for us. We might not make the 2-hour mark.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. This will be one of the first times that's happened. I think so.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, we usually go over like 2 hours by a minute or two. But listen, if there's nothing to say and everybody's okay, then
That's a good thing, right? Then that would be
I,
a good thing.
right. Yeah.
Bum 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 bum. Hang on, John. John, hang on. It's gonna be all right. Copy. Come back over here and go to here. And go voila.
Oh,
It could be magic. What?
somebody's going to see the Jonas Brothers. My daughter Brianna went, I guess, last month or something to see them. She enjoyed it.
I would believe SB. I'm right there with you on that one. Really, the Jonas Brothers? Well, I mean, they're. I was old. You know, I'm pretty old for the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I'm
But
a little
some
old
of
for
their
that.
stuff is okay. Some of their stuff, you know what? History looks pretty good on them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Brianna was always a fan, when she was younger, so she went to see them and enjoyed it.
Which Jonas did she like?
You know what? I don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea. Um,
Fair enough.
Probably all of them. I have no. I'm sure she had a favorite, but I don't remember. Maybe Joe. I don't know.
This is the interview that Rebecca and I did on my channel. The argument. I got a new one that I got to put up. I just with Phil about are there aliens, and we get into it. And at one point, I like lose my patience with him. I'm like, would you stop it? He like everything takes him somewhere else, and I'm like, can we stay focused? Like you're putting me to sleep. Anyway, you're not familiar with the Jonas Brothers? Yeah, it's Nick. I thought he was the cutest one or the most popular one. Nick, Joe, and what's the other boy's name? Nick, Joe, and they'll tell us in the
I
chat.
can't
You can
remember.
bet. Nick, Joe, and what's the other one? Nick, Joe, and there's another. What's the other brother's name? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody gonna tell
I don't
us?
know. What about Kevin? Is it Kevin?
Is it Kevin? I don't know.
I
It
don't
might
know.
be.
I don't.
I'm looking to see. Nobody has the answer. I can look it up. Okay, but it's not Davy. We know it's not Davy. It's Kevin.
It's Kevin. Yeah.
RL Fro says it's Kevin. Ding 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 ding. Stacia says it's Kevin. Yeah, it's Kevin. Kevin. Okay, cool. Ding 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 ding. Guys, those that don't know, Jamie got a new video out and she's working on some other stuff. I'm not gonna tell you I'm excited about it, but she did a review of the Taylor Swift video, of the Taylor Swift album, Life of a Showgirl, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a Swiftie, but she is a Swiftie, and she reviewed this, and she didn't give it great reviews, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yep. So anybody want to check out her channel? And she does those great skits that I usually use as commercials, and we can do one. Hang on. Oh, I don't know if because hang on. Let me see. Because you know why? I did everything with my I got rid of so much stuff on my computer. I don't know if I have it here. Shit. Yeah, I don't have it. I'd have to. I mean, I have it, but it would take a long time to bring it up. So I can't do it. I gotta make a folder for it. Anyway. Old Rock here. So you guys, yeah, I did do music with but it wasn't any kind of argument. We did a music thing. I didn't get rid of you, Jamie. You're nice, Jamie. Just man, she's something else. Jamie, put your link in the chat for me, please. Are you able to do that? Put the link for your channel in the chat for me, please. Did we put Rebecca's link for if you can hear me now in a link for Rebecca as well? That'd be good to eat. Took my mom twice to see the Queen. I was a fan of the Queen. I did something on the Queen. I think I did a couple videos on the Queen on this channel, actually. You should look at my older stuff. I was a big fan of the Queen. Can you give me Rebecca's too, please, Jamie? I think the Queen did. Thanks, Jamie. I think the Queen did a great job. Oh, are we talking about Queen music? I'm sorry. I thought they meant they said the Queen. right? I thought they said the Queen.
Oh, you know what? I didn't.
They're talking about Queen the Rock band. What?
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Is that your phone?
Me?
Yeah, is your phone like, because it sounds like something's going off on the phones or something. Oh, and they said they were talking royal too. They're talking royal too. Okay. All right. I don't feel so silly. Anyway, guys, I don't know what else to say. I don't have anything much more to say. I don't have anything much more to say.
No, I think I've said enough.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yep. I did a video that I want to put up today for the argument that has to do with aliens. Yeah,
Oh.
that's where me and my friend kind of, it's just, he always takes it back. You'll see me lose my temper.
Really?
Well, just because I'm like, can we get to the point? He always
Yeah.
takes us to it.
Yeah, no,
I'm like,
I
I
get
feel
it.
like you distract me because you think I'm gonna fall asleep before I let you get to the point.
Yeah.
Distraction
I'll have to
by
tell
doing it.
you, Toddie, I'll have to tell you about my mother's encounter with aliens one day. Just remind me to tell you about it.
Yeah, that'd be wild. We should maybe do a show, talk about it. Has
Yeah.
anybody had an encounter? Yeah, it's with Phil. Phil. Yeah, it's with Phil. Anyway.
I'll have to look for that. You said you're putting it up today?
Yeah, and I have a Charlie Kirk one that I just finished. I just need to edit it, and it's more about his arguments. And there was a few things that I saw that, like, so I did something where I said that Charlie Kirk said that temperament was that happened at conception, and somebody said he didn't say that, and I said, well, in fact, he said it. I said, I don't agree with it, but he said it. So I found that, and
Right.
but I found the whole like interview that I thought, here's the thing, and listen, I don't want to get political.
Right.
Nobody should go out that way. Nobody should go out that way. But there is so much. Like, I really like Harsh Reality. I really like him. He's a little bit of a conspiracist, in all fairness, but he's from a different country, and that's not why I have a problem with this. It doesn't matter, because I know that he knows a lot more about our country than even I know about our country. But he was talking about how Charlie Kirk, why do people hate him so much, and about how everything gets misinterpreted and such. So there was a YouTuber that had a mic going at one of Charlie Kirk's demonstrations where he was, debating people, and this reporter heard somebody say, I hate Charlie Kirk. So he asked him, why do you hate him? He says, well, because of his stance on genocide. Okay. So Harsh says, well, Charlie Kirk believes people should have guns. First of all, okay, so the kid didn't even get the thing right, but in my opinion, but now we got Harsh saying that statement was about the right to bear arms in this country. No. His stance on anything that could be misconstrued, even or go with or against that topic, had to do with what's going on Gaza Strip. So here we go. Not only do we misinterpret or take out of context what was said, you're either you're going to be on the side of one side or the other, and hopefully you end up on the side of right while you're living it. Sometimes you don't know, you're going with your gut instinct that you're going on the side of right, when in fact you could be incorrect, right? So, but you got to stand on something or you're doing nothing, right? So maybe so whatever he stood on, and how he felt about what's going on over there in Israel and in Gaza, that's what the conversation was about with the genocide topic. But in the meantime, we have a content creator who's got, like, I want to say he's got a pretty big platform, and again, I like him very much, but he was addressing it and saying it wrong. So there again is misinformation, not disinformation, but misinformation. I think he just genuinely got the information wrong. And even doing that, it incites, well, how, first of all, how do you connect the two? To be honest with you, if you think about it, the right to bear arms and mass genocide, I think, are two totally different things, where obviously it just wasn't about that anyway.
Right.
It wasn't about that anyway. But yeah, so anyway. Jen, it is scary, but so anyway, I have that interview. I have that. It's not a clapback because I'm certainly not making fun of anybody, but just kind of arguing the points of certain things that I think are questionable. Well, I just think that we need to communicate, because it is not just in the schools. It is not just at the jobs. It is at home. We have to start. I watched some of the older YouTube channels about things in the 70s, right? Or how it was in the 60s or 70s. And I remember, man, when I came home and, you cleaned up, you usually changed your school clothes, and then you maybe had a snack, and then you ran out the door and you played and you came home, and then you washed up and you had dinner, and you had dinner as a family, and the phone wasn't allowed to ring. You would tell your friends, yeah, but don't call between these hours or that time, because it was dinner time. And my dad, till the day he died, always asked, so what's going on, how are you, like he always took an interest in what was going on in our lives. And my mom as well. I remember more so my dad asking, but anyway, and that has stopped. First of all, we can't survive on one paycheck. So who's really raising our kids? You know what I'm saying? And it used to be that you could, that if you worked 8 hours a day, you might not be able to get everything you wanted, but you could get everything you needed. And they did it on a single family, on a single working family, when there would be maybe a family of 4, but just the man working. And they were able to do that. And that is something that's not possible. It doesn't seem possible anymore, unless you have like a job that is not very common for a lot of people to get. And so now you've got a parent, or maybe if it's a dual, parent home, they're both working because they have to. And who's raising the kid? And then where's the family? And where's all the stuff that we need for people to be humans, when everything is so fucking expensive that in order to make it, you have to sacrifice the human.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, like, it's either, if you think that the dollar is more valued than the human soul or or human spirit, then that's what's going to win. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's not how I'm built. I'm not built like that. So anyway, the billionaires have it all. The billionaires have it all, have it all. So, yeah. Yeah, times when parents could be parents and not have to worry about a bunch of shit. And then they want to understand, why is the world so angry? Well, this is why. No matter how hard people work, no matter how hard people work.
Right. No, it's true.
I don't know, Debbie. These are the good old days. Carly Simon had it right. Absolutely. It's all, that's what happens when it becomes more about money than the human spirit and soul.
Right.
Anyway, I want to try to put some funny stuff out there. There you go. Diet Pepsi drinker. I'm right there with you. Because I got two too. I got 2 as well. Anyway, anybody else got anything to talk about? I'm ready to go. The dollar is never worth more than the dollar. Exactly. I agree. Lived experience is very important. It's wisdom. That's what wisdom is. Let's take a poll.
On the topic they want to discuss. What was it about reincarnation or something? Is that right?
Who wants to talk about reincarnation?
I think SB wanted to talk about
that's dark-haired
afterlife.
SB. We have a blonde SB and a dark-haired SB. We had the blonde SB and the dark-haired
Okay.
SB. So this SB, just so you know, she had more had reddish hair, I should say. Reddish. You can see the reddish right there. So the other one, thank you. I want a life. I want an afterlife discussion. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah. She wanted to talk about that. So she wants us to take a poll and see who wants to discuss that, maybe on another show or something.
Yeah, because I that's a whole topic. We can talk about that, I guess, at some point. I'm gonna do a show about we talk about that a little bit. What I'm talking about on my show on the argument a little bit, because Phil really doesn't believe in God. So see.
Right.
Leslie, have a good time mowing. But watch the thing and tell me, Toddie, was that salt you bought good? What salt? Thank you. What salt did I buy? I have all different kinds of salt. What are you talking about? I haven't bought any recent salt. I'm like, who's watching me shop? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. Well, I don't really have more to say per se, except I have some videos to put out. That sugar salt stuff. Oh, I understand what you're talking about. So, yeah, it's very good. It's the honey. Hold on. Honey sea salt. It's honey sea salt. And I'll tell you the company it's by. Hang on. It's by, Gustav's Vitae. I don't understand the words coming out of my mouth. Take a screenshot of it. Can you see
what do
it?
you use it on, Toddie?
So I used it on I used it on the sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I could use it on, what else would I use it on? I could use it on baked potato. Yeah, so something that I would like maybe I could use it on a little bit of buttered toast.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and so, sometimes on some French fries that I do. It was from Amazon. Yeah, it was from Amazon, guys. And it's magnetic. Those are magnetic.
Cool.
Good for you, man. They are my favorite.
Aw.
Yeah, they're my favorite. I look at my old man all the time. He was playing. Hey, don't make fun of my mashed potatoes. He's sleeping. Pixie. On some chocolate chip. I haven't thought about that. Pet that dog for me. What about there's another dog that girl want to pet, guys. Anyway, guys. Yeah, I'm ready. I got to do some videos today. Got to do. But thank you, Rebecca. What?
I just want to say I want to thank everybody for always listening to my life adventures. I appreciate it. You didn't have to let me talk about this today, and you did, and I always appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody's input. Again, I'm here for myself as much as
you better thank Janae for that, because if she was going to talk,
yeah, then we would have had a different topic.
To hell with you, Rebecca.
Right, exactly. So I was just a fill-in. I get it, but I'm glad I was able to talk about it.
I'm glad you were too. And there's nothing wrong with what you did. And I'm sorry that somebody is, somebody is an asshole.
And it's not over. I'm still dealing with it. When I get off of here, I'm sure I'm going to go on Facebook and see more shit. And
Don't look for your stuff. Don't look. I want you guys to know something seriously. Like, you can ask Jamie. I don't look myself up. You guys send me stuff, and sometimes I say, please don't send it to me. And
Yeah.
then I have content creators that are like, if you have something that you really need to see, that you think might be dangerous or something like that, send it to me, and I can look at it and tell you if this is something you really need to look at. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's good.
unfortunately, you know,
Huh?
I'm getting text messages from one board member because he has my phone number and he's not being nice. And I want him to keep texting. I'm not answering him back, but I want him to build a case for me. He's going to continue to harass. I'm not answering him, but I will
Right.
definitely go to a meeting and show everybody what he's doing.
Sure,
Um,
absolutely.
you know, I'm just not responding.
Right,
Um,
right.
you know, so I'm getting it not just on social media, but my cell phone. And, you
Sounds
know,
like harassment to me.
yeah, it is. And if I had any faith in law enforcement, I might report it, but
Mhm.
I don't, so I won't. And you know, it's just how it's going to be. And the election will be over, what, November 4th, I guess. So then, you know, hopefully they forget about all this and life goes on. So
I hope so too, but some people are just trolls. I wouldn't look up stuff that honestly what people think about you really is none of our business. In my opinion, I know. I usually get I have to be pushed to the point of wait a minute, this is enough. Now it's like but um usually when you're dealing with normal people, if you don't engage, they go away. Sometimes you get people that you have to call the cops on and I mean, you have to. I'm sorry. I mean, shit, there's only so much somebody could take,
yeah, no, you're right.
especially, you know
The
what I
way I
found
see
out?
it,
I found out that one of the people that called my job sounded like a gay cowboy. In other
yeah,
words,
I remember
I
you
told
saying.
you, did I tell you that?
I heard you saying, I think I must have been listening to one of your shows and heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one content creator I know that sounds gay in country where somebody would misinterpret that. So I think so I definitely, when I heard that a minute ago. I didn't want to share it when I heard it because I didn't want to sell that person out that reached
Right.
out to me and told me about it.
Right.
But yeah.
You know, the
So
way I'm looking at things right now, if nobody is physically coming to my house or threatening me in a physical way, I'm just
right,
going to let it be. Obviously, if something happens and somebody comes to my house,
right, right,
you know, then
right,
that's a whole different story. But for
right.
now, I'm just going
What
to let him
about what
continue.
I'm sorry. What about the thing that you're doing in Philadelphia or on the streets over there?
Actually, I was invited to go to the church group for this Sunday, but I can't because I'm supposed to be going with the girl campaigning for the Board of Ed seat to an Oktoberfest to help, you know, promote her campaign.
Right,
So I couldn't go this Sunday, but it was supposed to be Sunday, but I happen to have this other thing. So it's a monthly thing this church in Philly does. So I'll be able to go. You know,
right.
they do it a couple times actually a month. So I'll be able to go, if not this week, the following. So it's going to happen. You're going to see me out there and hopefully I make it back home.
Cool. Are you gonna let me know about did you decide to do an Amazon?
I never made a list or anything because I got tied up in some other things. I might still do that. And I need about a week or something to get myself in order because unfortunately, the way my mind functions these days, I get too overheated. Is it overheated? I short circuit. Like I have
Okay.
to focus. I just get too overwhelmed. So I have to get through this drama that's happening right now and then I can focus on that and
Okay, that's
hopefully make
fair.
a list and ask for, you know, if I'm so afraid to ask for help with something I'm doing because then trolls like this one come up and accuse me of doing something
You're
wrong.
not
You know,
taking money. You're not
I
taking
know
any money.
it's scary though, you know, to do this, because I don't ever want to be accused of any wrongdoing when it comes to someone donating something. So I'm hesitant now to do anything, you know, but yeah, I still plan to go there, and I will be giving things out, whether it comes out of my own pocket or I ask for people to help. It's still going to happen.
Well, they can do the Amazon wish list and have it sent to you. They can pick up what they can do is they can actually have stuff do the Amazon, and they could do, if you did a wish list or at least an account that was set up for this, and they could get the stuff that they wanted to send you and have it delivered to your house without putting out the address and stuff, even though we've already got the address out there. Whatever you want to do, you let me know.
Yeah, and my address was recently put out by the trolls anyway, so it doesn't matter. Everybody knows where I live.
Okay.
But somebody wanted to say something. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too.
Now, see, that's a good distraction for me. That I might want to hear about this. You know?
Well, I might tell you.
Okay. I'll listen if you're telling.
Yeah. I don't think that this is the place that I'm going to tell it. Not yet.
No, I know. No. But anyway, if you're ready, I'm ready, Toddie. I'm hungry.
You got it, lady. You got it. You got it. You got it. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Janae. I appreciate that. That'd be awesome.
And we look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you feel better. Thank you. And thank you for getting to me and letting me know as well. And thank you, SB, for coming on and speaking. I thought you did great, and I agree. Life experience is something that definitely needs to be considered. And as a matter of fact, Charlie Kirk actually believed that 100% because he thought college was a scam. I don't know how I feel about that, but I do think that wisdom is what we have behind us to look at. If we look at it right, it's called wisdom. If we don't pay attention to hindsight, we're idiots, in my opinion. That is our learning, you know? It's what makes us stop behaving a certain way if we look at it the right way, objectively. All right. Well, I wanted to say thank you. That's to you, Rebecca, because they want to kill me, but they like you a lot.
All right. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I appreciate everyone being here. And Toddie, of course, I appreciate you as always.
As I appreciate you, my friend.
All right. Until next time.
See you later, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.